Good morning, day 655. Since 50 hostages have been brutally, barbarically, violently, and inhumanely were kidnapped to the hell called Gaza by the inhumane, barbaric, rapist, modern-day Nazis, monsters of Hamas, Palestinian Islamic Jihad, UNRWA, the UN, Al Jazeera, and the rest of the complicit in Gaza, who are all funded and supported by Iran, Qatar, and Egypt. We are here every morning, never giving up until all of them will be back home to demand from these inhumane, barbaric, rapist, modern-day Nazis monsters to surrender and let all 50 hostages go immediately, at once, in one phase, one bus, all of them together. No one will be left behind, and Israel should give up nothing. This is the deal we accept. If there will be a ceasefire, all 50 hostages are being released on the first day, or there's no ceasefire. Israel will continue to pressure Hamas till they break down, cry and beg for a ceasefire. And until then, they will continue with the negotiations while IDF continuously expanding the ground operation, as I reported yesterday, in Deir el-Balah. In about 24 hours, the battle there was almost finished, but they will keep going. The negotiations, meanwhile, in Doha are being very slow. One reason, according to this source, is because the Palestinian negotiators or Hamas negotiators are able to reach the leaders in Gaza itself. Who knows? Maybe IDF already got to them. Let's hope. They are continuously installing these talks. Continue to hold power in Gaza and continue dictate the terms, but we will keep going. In other little emotional news, there were these tributes in Tel Aviv. They placed 893 empty chairs for all the fallen soldiers from October 7, and since then, this is the amount of soldiers we have lost to this war that was brought on us by Hamas. One of the soldiers that had a photo and memory candle lit is my distant cousin Shira Shochat. This is the price that Israel must pay, because no one else will come to our rescue. Nobody else will come to defend our country. We are on our own, and we are defending our citizens, Jews, Christians, and Muslims, and we are fighting against these ruthless, barbaric monsters of terrorist organization who kidnapped our people and still holding our people, refusing to let them go, and continuously holding a threat to our nation, to Israel. And they are vowed to continue doing October 7 again and again, and this is why we can never let them stay in power. At the end of this war, Hamas will be gone. The ideology should be gone as well. All these delusional people in Gaza that believe that they're going to be able to annihilate Israel. If Israel wanted to erase Gaza, it would have done so on October 8th. We have the capabilities, we have the technology, we have the means. We don't have the motive. We do not want to fight in Gaza. We do not want to genocide the Gazans. We want our people back, and we want to live in peace. This is why we are in Israel. This is why we have peace with other countries, and we're continuously adding more countries to this, to the Abraham Accords. But the war in Gaza will continue as long as we have people there. People who are calling to end the war, just end the war. Some people in Israel are claiming, many people around the world want us to end the war. And I ask, what did you expect us to do? To leave our people behind? To let Hamas stay in power so they can fulfill the wishes to annihilate Israel? Is this what you want us to do? Probably. You just want us to lay down and die. This is why you want us to end the war. Ending the war with leaving Hamas where it is right now and just giving up and surrendering means we are laying down and surrendering to our death, which will never happen. The Jews will never do that. We will continue to fight for what is right. To the 893 chairs that was placed in Tel Aviv, 2 more chairs will be added from this morning, as 2 more soldiers were killed in the battles in Gaza. One of them is Vladimir Loza, 36 years old, a reservist from Ashkelon, where my parents live. And Amit Cohen, 19 years old, from Holon. Both of them were killed in 2 separate incidents in Gaza. May they rest in peace and the memory forever be a blessing. This adds to the toll of 895 soldiers who have lost in this war. And when they claiming that we don't care for human lives, that we don't care for Gazans, look at these faces of these young people who we are sacrificing their life in order to spare their lives, in order to spare civilians' lives in Gaza. It would have been way easier to just carpet bomb Gaza and not send any one soldier to die in there. But we are sending these soldiers in order to spare civilians' lives, in order to ensure that we are separating combats and non-combats, and also to spare our hostages and to try to bring them home. This is the whole purpose: bringing back the hostages, saving their lives, bringing closure to their families for the ones who are not alive, for a respectful burial, and to end Hamas. We don't care about the bad image. We don't care all the lies you say about us, making up genocide and starvation and suffering. Do not exist. If they were, they would have let our people go, but they don't. We will continue with this just war as long as it's needed, as long as Hamas is still in power and our people are there, and we don't give a fuck what you say about us. And in other situation where there's issues with visas for Christians, and Ambassador Mike Huckabee, who's a huge fan of Israel, he's the ambassador to Israel right now, has threatened that he will publicly call Christians to boycott Israel. This is not the mentality of Israel. Israel is not going against Christians. Whatever happened there, the bureaucracy that happened with tourist visas for tourist Christians have been solved. The government has stepped up to ensure that everything is going to go smooth. But there's no denial that Christians are welcome in Israel. Christians are living in Israel. Christians can live in Israel. Is the only country in the Middle East where Christians can actually live freely compared to the other countries, and where the population is keep growing. This example, the difference between 1950 to 2020. I know for a fact, as I've been living in Israel, as my family in Israel, I know how Christians have been treated, but by the vast majority of Israelis. We love our Christian brothers and sisters, we support them, and we want them to come to Israel. We want them to come and explore our country and explore all the Christian sites. But people would use this story to blame more Israel, to vilify Israel even further, while Israel is doing the right thing again and again. For an example, in Syria, standing up for the massacre of Christians and Druze. The only country who is actually stepping out for them. And then the Druze and Christians in Syria are cheering up for Israel. We live in an upside down world where our haters will use every little excuse and turn it against us to frame us as this evil, these demons. But we don't care about all of these lies. We will continue to do the right thing. We will continue to stand with good against evil. And we will continue to stand proudly in our ancestral homeland, Israel. Between the Jordan River all the way to the Mediterranean Sea, Am Israel will always be. Am Israel Chai forever.